Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. The good men are out there. Now, check it out, right? Last week I said, you know what, ladies, stop focusing on those dusty men. Because I talked about how, you got a lot of content creators. It's like dusty men, dusty men. I'm like, well, damn. You focus on that, that's all you going to see. And I mentioned focusing on the good men, but I want to get deeper into that, right? Because, ladies, let's be real. The good men are out there. Because it's funny, right? It's funny. You hear all this stuff about men ain't this, men ain't that, but yet I'm really observing, like, what the men are doing. Now, of course, I can't do it from the same level as a woman and everything, but I could see what I can see are women who found good men and the type of men that they're with and what they're saying about them. And they're more out there. So from there, that's like, okay, what are in general are these women's calling a good man, right? And then now what's out there, and then which women are succeeding. Just like I mentioned, I've known some women, they had good men lined up. So I'm like, okay, they definitely out there. But you know what? It's definitely what y'all have to get your mind off the negative ones and just open your eyes to the good ones. Because look, let's say in general. In general. Now I know everybody have a different taste as far as what they like as far as a man's physical appearance. Okay. I can get that. Everybody got that. You got a right to whatever you like. Even when I did a podcast last week with my thoughts on Pretty Boy Chases, even if that's what you like, hey, that's fine, right? But when you look at the other stuff that women say, which I say that y'all want, and that, is needed to really have not just a good relationship, a good marriage. A lot of y'all looking for marriage. So it's like, okay, what does a man have to be a good husband? Well, first of all, he has to be a protector, right? They're out there. You need somebody to hold down the house. You need that guy if somebody, you like 3 a.m, you hear a noise downstairs. That guy ain't even looking at you saying, hey, what's that noise? That guy's already out of bed. You might hear the shoot. You might hear the gunshot because your guy got that gun and went down there and handled it or did something, right? All right, you got plenty of guys who will do that. You got plenty of guys who will do that. They want to do that. They look forward to doing that, right? When you talk about, the intelligence, just intelligence, common sense to get through life, to deal with situations, they out there. They are out there. And usually they'll have a little bit of both. You got some guys, they can have a plan. It's like a young lady told me one time, all she need is a man with a job and a plan. Well, they got a plan, or they can make plans, right? Provided, I'm gonna tell you what, ladies. A lot of women talking about these dusty guys or that don't want to like spend any money on you or take care of stuff. There's plenty of guys out there who are responsible and they know that's their job to take care of a woman. Like I give you an example, right? When I'm still married, my wife was part of a group. It was called Mocha Moms, and they were a nationwide group of black women, most of whom were stay-at-home moms. Most of whom, some of them got jobs, or at least stay at home while they had the kids. Now, even though there was a group of women, the male side was very important. And I know in the chapter that we were in, or she was in rather, most of the guys were willing to work 2 and 3 jobs. And these weren't, these weren't 6-figure type of men. These weren't 6-figure type of men. But these men did what they had to do. To the point of many of them would have an extra job. And they had no problem with it. because I would interact with these men, and they weren't complaining. They weren't saying, "Oh, she should be working," or "She should do this," or "I'm paying all this money." They were working 2 and 3 jobs with joy. Understand something. Understand something. I know a lot of women want to get that bag and everything, and they running into guys who don't want to pay or do all of that, or who are complaining and stuff like that. As I said, leave them alone, because I've witnessed personally and did it myself of taking care of all the bills and everything, so the woman could focus on being at home with the children. That's a very key thing, which means there's obviously men who want to do it. They want to. I mean, there are men out there who they feel funny if they can't do it. They hate that they can't. They want to be able to say, you know what, I got all this. You know? And in return, the women showed nothing but loyalty and submission, because they knew the man was taking care of all this. They didn't have to worry about bills. They were eating well and everything. So, you got men out there who want to do that. And then you also got men who want to give you pleasure. They are out there. They are out there. And there's plenty of them. Right? And the women have to just realize that. Now, the only thing that could possibly hurt all of that is some women were caught up in they want the guy to look a certain way or do certain things, or caught up in a whole bunch of other things. But even with these guys are generally going to be in shape. If a man going to work hard, he going to work extra and do all that stuff, be the protector, be the provider, be the lover, he's going to at least be in decent shape. And and any man's going to keep him, he's going to keep himself up and everything, which I say is a basic. But they are out there, ladies. They are out there. And when women say, well, I can't find them or something, well, you have to look in the mirror. What you looking for? That's why I'm against that dusty thing. You know this on this channel. I've never promoted like getting with some bum dude. What have I always said? I said a man at a minimum should have his own spot, a car if he's in an area which he needs it, a steady job or a steady income. That's not unreasonable, ladies. That is not unreasonable at all. And really, if a man were to like buck back against what I just said, I say, what kind of man are you? Because a man should want that stuff for himself. Not even to please y'all, ladies. A man should want all that for himself. And if he a type of man don't want all that for himself, you need to leave him alone. And quite frankly, I don't even respect that type of man personally. I'm with y'all on that one. But you have to realize, hey, they there. But I'm gonna tell you what, ladies. Here's a secret to getting those guys. Get off some of that little stuff. Cause you get some women out there. I understand looks are important and stuff, but they can find a decent guy who might rate. Well, I know y'all don't do ratings, but like hypothetically, might rate as a 7. And I've seen women reject that guy because he don't look like a 9. I'm like, what? Okay, he doing all this other stuff. He's still above average, right? And not to say any of these guys are perfect, but no women are perfect either. And you get a lot of these same guys, they willing to work on themselves. They are out there. And you know what? I'm going to be real with y'all, because I know a lot of women get into some of these guys on YouTube who go in on women. Like, these guys ain't on YouTube doing all that. I'm just going to be real with you. They ain't going in on women or feel the need to attack them or anything like that. You know why? Because they working. They might listen here and there, but I get a whole lot of them, especially who listen to me. I get a whole lot of guys. I've talked to a whole lot of them who follow me. A lot of them, they follow me on IG and something. I can see what they're doing. They working on business. I get guys hitting me up. They got a business. They working on business. They getting their education. They actually not trying to be like a womanizer. They want a woman they could do that stuff for. Y'all just had to open your eyes for it. They there. All right, ladies? Seriously, they there. Just be realistic. That's all. That's the only thing I ask. And that's the only thing I strongly suggest. Just be realistic about who you are, what you got, what you bringing. Because the guy's already there, to be honest with you. They sitting there waiting. And all they want is some peace from a woman. All right? So anyway, that's all I got for today, ladies. I want y'all to really think on what I'm saying. Nobody has to suffer. Not one woman has to suffer. Seriously. Not one woman. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.